And welcome back everybody to Evermoor. I am going to show you a bit of progress that I have been making on the Axolotl Kingdom. It's not much, but I think it's enough where I'm going to start off here and then I'm going to move on to a brand new project. But I don't want to talk about that just yet. First, let's talk about the adorable axolotls behind me. I have 4 of them now, but they always seem to want to swim in the exact same corners of this glass and they just get stuck there. Yep, this is still a bug that has not been fixed. And at least they're safe. That's all I can say about that. At least they are safe, so I guess I shouldn't complain too much. And I took off my depth strider boots, that's why I'm going so slow. Let me go ahead and put those on at least. And let me just show you real quick. So I haven't added any new buildings, but what I did do was a bit interiors on these buildings. There is no furniture or anything in them yet, but I'm hoping to, at some point, put furniture in these. Most of them I don't really have a purpose for. This one's my favorite one though. We'll just peek inside here. I think that one's my favorite interior. But this one over here, I do have some work to do. Like I want to drain the second floor and the top floor up there, and I want to move our sheep who is up there on the island. I want to move him down there to live. That's the only plan I really had for all of these, but pretty much what I did for all of the buildings is just added floors and finished off the walls and the ceilings. So at least they look clean and sort of complete inside. They're just empty. But at least it's some kind of progress. Anyway, I just wanted to show that off real quick. But I haven't really done anything else here. What we're going to be doing is starting a new build at spawn. I want to convert spawn into a castle, just to put it simply, and I think I'm just gonna have to go over there and explain it a little bit better. Oh no, what is this? We have a lack of continuity! Because I had to open an old file save in order to record this. Because, yeah, confession time, I recorded that first part after I had done all this work. So I had to go back to a recovered file so that I could record how the spawn island looks now, because it does not look like this anymore. So that's my confession. This is the original portal, as you can see. I just made it so we'd have something. Yeah. The new portal's gonna be about as big too, but this was the original portal, and I just inserted this boring staircase all the way down to where you spawn in. Although technically you don't even spawn in here. The spawn point for some reason is by that tree. But we're gonna fix all of that when we upgrade this island. So let me get down to what we're going to be doing. I want to basically tear down this entire island as it is. Tear down all these weird buildings and all these trees, and I want to construct a castle that fills up the entire island, and I want to tower into the clouds that are turned off. Yes, I always keep my clouds off, but pretend they are there. They are there with shaders. So we want it to tower into the sky and get rid of all of this nastiness and just turn it into a much more enjoyable and interesting place. Because right now, I think I just slapped this together, like I said, just so that I would have something here so it wasn't empty. But that is what I plan on doing next, is I plan on destroying all of this, and then I'm going to start building up with some scaffolding the layout for the castle. I did do a sketch of it, so I do have some little sketches I'm going to reference. And it might veer off from the sketches a bit. I'm probably going to make some changes naturally because things always look different in Minecraft versus in your sketch. But anyway, let's jump into a time lapse and get some wireframing done. So this is what I've accomplished after a 4-hour live stream. I've destroyed all those things and I've added all this dirt scaffolding. It's still not exactly how I want it, because there are some things about it that I know I want to change. For example, up here at the top, I think I want the castle to be higher. Yeah, I don't think it's tall enough. And it's kind of hard to tell right now because it's just dirt. But I do want it to tower up as much as I can, because I would like the sides of it to also be terraformed up to the bottom of the castle, so it has giant cliffs on all the sides. That is my vision for this. And then, of course, we're going to have the portal is going to be practically where it was before, right next to where it was before, so it's going to be close enough. It won't be a huge issue relinking it, but it's going to be right there. So you're going to go up these stairs. I don't know if I can... Let me go to the beginning and try to walk you through what I was envisioning for this. So you spawn in here on this platform. Of course, there's going to be nice walls. I might have a staircase that goes down to some kind of dock with a ship. That's long term. I'm not going to do that right away. But you're going to spawn here. You'll see this first gate. You'll walk through this gate, and you'll go up the steps and see a second gate. And there's no reason for having 2 gates other than it looks neat. And I wanted this to continue towering up and up and up as high as I can, pretty much. And going through this gate, you've got another staircase that takes you into this big open area where you've got tall towers and buildings all around you. And then you'll just kind of look around the corner and you'll see the portal. And I'm sure it's going to be a lot more detailed than it looks right now. But right now, I'm just trying to get the basic shapes in place. But I'm liking how it's looking so far. And this thing over here was just another idea I had. This was not in my original plan, but I thought about maybe extending this with a little bridge that goes over to this little part of the island with another tower over here. At first I thought that this was 2 separate islands, but then when I came back here and saw it, I was like, oh, they're actually connected. But that's okay, you know, I'm just gonna work with what I've got. So let me get a look at it from the sky for you. I'm sure you saw it from the sky in the time-lapse, didn't you? But this is what we have so far. So I think the next step, while technically my planning isn't done yet, I think the more detailed I get with the planning at this stage, the easier it will be. So I might do a little bit more planning before I actually start building it up. But I also do need to think about what blocks I'm going to use. I know I want to use deep slate. I'm not sure what I want to match with it. I don't know if I want to stick with just gray blocks or if I want to try to incorporate some quartz and some white blocks or a colored block for the roof. I haven't quite decided yet. So maybe I'll think on it a bit, or if you have any ideas, you can let me know what you think. Or maybe I'll consult some other members and see what they think. But for sure, we're going to need loads of deep slate. Oh, I also forgot something else I was going to say. As I was building this, originally I was just gonna, you know, build a castle on the island, terraform it up. That was my original plan. But then I was thinking, but wait, I've got all this space underneath the castle I could do something with. So what I think I'm going to try to do is build a waterway underneath the castle with like a cavern that goes through the entire island. I think it would look really cool. I don't know how big it's gonna end up being. The bigger it is, the better. Already, though, I feel like my castle is too small. I know this looks enormous, but to me, I'm like, it needs to be bigger. It's not big enough. What do you think, Cow? Do you think it's big enough? That's what I thought. So that tower I know for sure will be bigger. You know what? I might as well just go ahead and do a little bit more wireframing, and then I'll come back to you and we'll see where it's at then. And after one more live stream, this is what I have now. I do like how it's shaping up now. I think I am ready to start building the castle, but I might do that for the next episode. The next episode, I'm probably going to be building the entire thing in one episode. That's the plan. I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but yeah, I like how this is turning out. I might change some things still, but this gives me a rough idea of how it's going to look when you're standing on spawn. Of course, you would be probably more in the middle, but I was really surprised at how high I had to tower up in order for you to see the castle, because it really is quite tall. Let me just look at it from a distance again so you can see. Yep, it's a pretty big castle. I do want to do one more walk around it. I was trying to also add a few extra things in the back because, yeah, I wasn't thinking about the back last time. So some extra walls back here. I don't think I changed too much from the first walkthrough, actually. I did change this floor. When you come up through the second gate, I did change this one to where it's 2 different levels. So you got this level, and then this is going to go up a stair. It's just a couple steps. And then you're going to see another staircase right there, and the portal's going to go right there in between these 2 towers. And then the castle's just gonna fill itself in all around it. I'm so excited! Also, it's actually been a week since I recorded the first half of this episode, so I have decided the colors I'm going to use, and I was trying to lay them out over here to give myself an idea. So I want the primary color to be white on the castle, but it's going to fade into a black at the base. But most of it is probably going to end up being the quartz brick. I have a couple different versions here. This one has a couple extra blocks. It's got the tuff and the darker black stone mixed in. I might do it without the tuff. I really wanted to use tuff on this, but maybe I'll use it for a path block or something like that, because I think it's a little too much for this gradient, and some of the walls are going to be shorter than others, so it's going to be hard to include the entire gradient on all of the walls. But I do like this one. I think this one turned out nice, this gradient here. And then most of it's going to be white though, like I said, and we can probably mix in some other things too with the quartz, or maybe some regular smooth quartz so it's not bricks everywhere. But this is what I want to do for the walls. And then for the roof, I think I'm going to end up doing black stone roof. So it's going to be white castle, black roof, black foundation. That's the plan anyway. Maybe with pops of yellow here and there. I do want the color scheme to kind of look like the Evermoor logo. That was my idea in planning all of this. So I hope it all works out okay, because I don't think I've tried a castle in this color palette before. In fact, I've barely built any castles ever, so wish me luck as I'm building this in survival. I'm trying to make it up. I keep finding there is a random cow. That's the same cow from before. There's also a pig over there. I'm gonna have to get them out of the way at some point. But anyway, I'm excited about this project. I hope you are too. And I'm probably going to end up doing most of it myself, because I am just crazy like that. Although other people are welcome to help too, but I might end up doing a lot of this myself because I already know kind of what I want, and I am so excited. I cannot wait. Hopefully next time I'll actually get to build the entire thing, or at least most of it. That is what I'm planning on trying next time. Thank you all once again for joining me. Who knows when the next episode will be, but I hope to see you then.